Hello everybody and welcome, I'm SonOfMowgef. It's Friday and I don't have my headphones on. I'm off to a great start, aren't I? This week we are playing more WorldBox and I'm going to be doing the last of the experiments in which we give one civilization a significant advantage in terms of years over an orc civilization. I've already got one started here with the Dwarves, getting a 25-year head start on the Orcs, which I haven't put down yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Orcs, groupage, go. Let's see how quickly they can keep up. So yeah, it always takes the Orcs a long time to get established, where every other civilization do expand much faster, but the Orcs are so adept at combat that the other civilizations really struggle, even with a numbers advantage. They they don't do very well, and a tech advantage as well. If we take a look at the Dwarves here, see they've already got houses tier 1, sharp axes and weapon production, where the Orcs have essentially nothing, which is expected when, you know, they're behind in terms of years. They definitely have a lower tech level. That's not really how it works, but you guys get what I mean. It's only like a handful of Orcs where they've got, what, 50 odd Dwarves? Let me have a look. Do they have an army yet? Yes, let's see how they're doing. They don't have weapons as yet, but I'm sure that will change very shortly. Oh look, there's... I missed him. Hang on, wait, there's one there with a weapon. Got a rare stick. I love the way that sounds. I've often used the phrase legendary stick. So weird to me. But it happens. Let's see how things go after 100 years and see how well the Orcs and the Dwarves do. The Dwarves have always come out at the bottom every time I've done these tests. So I'm not really holding my hopes high. Alright, well, it's been about 100 years, 100 years-ish, close enough, and I can already tell the Dwarves are not going to do very well. They have less than double the amount of Orcs. Their population is not high enough to defeat the Orcs, in my opinion. At this point, I think the humans had almost triple the amount of population that the Orcs had, and they still lost. Let's make them fight, and we'll just see how things go. Do this and this, and go. Okay, the Dwarves are making an advance. They were definitely faster at it than the Orcs were, but again, they do have larger armies though, which is interesting. Like, the Orcs have better armies, but the Dwarves have got larger ones. Huh. They're actually doing really well. I thought this was going to be a decisive victory for the Orcs. Maybe not. Yeah, look at that. I think it might be not a case of populations as we might have thought, but army size. Dwarves definitely had larger armies. In fact, the Orcs here are getting quite soundly bashed. For once, I might have to reduce the advantage. I think this is the first race that I've had to do that. Have a look. They really haven't lost that much in population. This is a shock to me. I don't know if the orcs can recover. I think not. Yeah, in every test I've done, the dwarves have been resoundingly thrashed. And that's not happening here. In fact, the reverse is happening. Yeah, look at this. The orcs only have a population of 2, and they're not going to last all that much longer. In fact, I think this is the end of it here, maybe. It is interesting the way the, yeah, there you go. The way the armies attack. They seem to attack a particularly important building and then just kind of hang out for a bit. I'm honestly shocked. Okay, well, let's do another test. I'll bring the advantage down to, it was 25 years, I guess 15 years. See how much of a difference that makes. It actually was completely different to the way I thought it was going to go. Oh, there we go. 15 years. Doesn't seem like much at all, did it? But the dwarves defeated the orcs with just 25-year head start. I think that's a first. Not the elves or the humans have been able to do that. Let's pop some orcs in. And by orcs I mean orc. See how things go. Let's check out their tech level. They got houses and weapon production. I think they had axes as well last time, didn't they? They've only got a population of 9, which is nothing when you compare it. See how the orcs are starting off. They definitely develop slower than the other races. I also got a comment saying that the orcs' biggest weakness is their tendency to rebel. They have same race wars quite a lot, which is how they're balanced. But yeah, I turned that stuff off because I just want one population facing off against another population, just to see how one race compares to another race. I might have to do some more experiments as to how well the orcs can do when their animosity is allowed. Although I also want to do an experiment with seafaring civilizations. Like, if I create, say, 4 islands surrounded by mountains, so they can't leave it except for a little gap, so they have to get on ships if they want to attack one of the other civilizations. It doesn't necessarily mean the civilization with the best ships will win, but it also would give them a small advantage, wouldn't it? Yeah, anyway, I'm going to give these guys another 70 years and we'll see how things go. Here we go again. It's been about 100 years. The dwarves had, what was it, a 15-year advantage over the orcs. Once again, let's have them fight. How well it goes. The dwarves only have roughly about 100 people more than the orcs, but they did really well last time. They do have fairly large armies again. Just want to check their tech level. Yeah, look at this. Transport boats, docks, roads, windmills, 3 tiers of housing, mining, axes, bows, weapon production, swords. What have the orcs got? Yeah, much less. Look, windmills, houses tier 3, mining efficiency, sharp axes, trading, which is interesting. Weapon production, swords. What kind of weapons do their armies have? Sticks. I don't know why I'm surprised by that. It's always sticks, isn't it? Oh, see, they've got bows. Epic bows. Wooden swords. But they are better equipped as well. Maybe that's a deciding factor. Let's See if I can get a decent view of this. Windmills tend to be the first target. Okay, the army here went around the army attacking there. Something's on fire again. Every time things get set on fire. Yeah, that's a bunch of orcs just chilling in dwarven territory. Yeah, I think this is two separate armies, isn't it? Who are mostly harassing villagers. New villages are being founded. Oh yeah, look, there's several orc armies here causing issues for the dwarves right in the heart of their territory as well. Look at this. Kinda crazy. Oh look, they're at 160. Yeah, the orcs have overtaken the dwarves in terms of population. And they're defending very well as well as attacking very efficiently. Look at this area that they've just destroyed. All lost territory. It is a much closer fight, but I'm pretty sure the orcs have this one. Yeah, there's several large armies here. Do the dwarves have any armies? I'm not seeing any. Oh yeah, there's one right there. It's like 5 people in this army. He's got a stick. I was trying to click on the one with the bow, but apparently I'm unable to do that. There he is. It's a rare bow. He's ambitious, bless him. Yeah, look at that. The orcs have won a fairly decisive victory here. Yep, the dwarves are done. They've had it. 4 people left and they've got several orc armies in their territory, and they're done. Interesting. So the difference was 25 years to 15 years. I guess I'll do it one more time with 20 years. I don't see that making all that much difference, but it was much closer this time than it was last time, so maybe it will. Here we go. There's the dwarves' 20-year advantage. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that much different. Well, if 10 years made the difference, maybe 5 years will. Have a look. They've got houses and weapons. Obviously, the orcs have nothing. They've only got like 15 people as well. Be interesting to see which way this goes. I'm still shocked that the dwarves won that first battle. Once again, 100 years have gone by. The dwarves got a 20-year advantage over the orcs. I did notice something interesting again. The population difference at about 50 years was only, I think, close to 20 people. But for whatever reason, the dwarves did this massive expansion, mostly along the edges here. They were confined to the middle for a long time, but then they just suddenly took the edges of the map. Don't know how much of a difference that's going to make, but I've been surprised in this video already. Let's go ahead and make them hostile. See how well or badly things go. It was pretty close in terms of warfare last time, and the difference is only 5 years, but... Oh yeah, look, there's a Royal Rumble going on down here. The orcs have definitely made a large chunk of the dwarf population disappear. Although things are pretty much the same for the dwarves. Look at them, all the way at the back of the map. Yeah, they're running rampant in there, aren't they? There are orc armies doing similar things all the way over here. Yeah, look, they're smashing buildings apart, but the armies aren't that big. Let's just have a quick look at the technology. Armor production, boats, roads, houses up to tier 4, housing 1. Oh, I see, the houses are tier 4 and the housing is level 1. Axes, hammers, weapons, swords. What about the orcs? Mines, windmills, housing, pretty much the same. I want to check the weapons here. Kind of struggling to find these orc armies of a, decent size. These look like sticks. Yeah. What is that? A wooden axe. Not sure how useful that would be. That's a wooden hammer. I'm not sure what the difference is between weapons, but it's interesting to see what being used. Yeah, the populations aren't really that different anymore. But there's a dwarf army over here. Definitely causing issues. Ooh, is that a giant? That looks like a giant. One-eyed wise. Oh. It's not a giant, but it's also gigantic. Am I just clicking the wrong one? Apparently not, no. Interesting. I'm sure that's some kind of mechanic that's been explained to me several times over and I just have neglected to remember. Again, things are on fire. Why am I not surprised by this? Things going on over here. I think that was like the king. Oh no, it was a prince, I guess. He's like 1v1 me, bro. And I think he lost. Yeah, the populations have evened out. Much closer. Much, much closer. There's a small group of orcs here. Just seem to be hanging out a bit. There's a sizable dwarf army right here. There's an orc army there, but it's not got many in it. But then again, I guess they don't really need that many. Where did that orc army go? Yeah, they've just been attacked on the side here, and they got wrecked. There's an army of like, what, 6 orcs over here, just kind of chilling out. Yes, these are the ones with like wooden hammers and wooden sticks. Of course, I mean, sticks do tend to be wooden, but you know what I mean. Yeah, look at that. Just one at a time, like. This is an ineffective way of defending your territory, orcs. Yeah, these dwarfs are slowly losing their numbers. They're just doing enough damage that their attacks are worth it, you know? Casualties are relatively minor. Oh, that guy ate mushrooms, I think. Interesting. How are we doing here? 140. Oh, Kingdom made peace? What? I thought I had that turned off. No. No, stop. Fight each other. Murder. Kill. Death. God damn it, me. Could have sworn I had that stuff turned off. Another orc army. It's a pretty big one. I think the way they came in, wrecked one thing, and then just left. Oh boy, this might be a disaster for the dwarves. This is, again, quite a big army. They've got wooden axes. I swear I saw a couple of stone weapons there. Yeah, look at this. This is going to be a problem. Unless the dwarves can get some retaliation going. They do have an army though. Oh my god, look at that chunk of land that went missing. Yeah, the orcs have this. I think. Took them long enough though, didn't it? Definitely closer Yeah, the Orcs definitely have this in the bag. Those 5 years made a significant difference. It was a closer battle, but the Orcs still won, which means the Dwarves needed at least a 25-year advantage. Is again really, really interesting. Anyway, yeah, that's this week's episode of WorldBox. Like and subscribe if you didn't do that already. I think I'm gonna try that thing that I mentioned during the video where I have 4 islands and 4 races, but the only way they can get off the island are ships. We'll see how that goes. That might be interesting as well. I'll be back on Sunday for my regularly scheduled live stream. I'm hoping to finish up the last of the content for Northern Lights. I don't know if that's going to happen. I might need another stream for that, and then I'll move on to something else. But that is the plan. If you come along for that, I'll see you then.